Welcome you all. In this session, I will explain about the pressure rise in a centrifugal pump and expression for the minimum starting speed in a centrifugal pumps. So these topics are related to the module number 5 of centrifugal pumps. So now static pressure rise in centrifugal pump. So we will get the questions like that. So derive an expression for the static pressure rise in the impeller of a centrifugal pump with the velocity triangles. Or sometimes we will get the questions like that. For a centrifugal pump, show that the static head rise in the impeller neglecting the friction and other losses is given by 1 by 2g Vm1 square plus u2 square minus Vm2 square cos square beta 2. So where Vm1 and Vm2 are velocities of flow at inlet and outlet, u2 is tangential velocity of impeller at outlet and beta 2 is vane angle at outlet. The velocity diagram for a centrifugal pump is given by, so here the number 1 that indicates the velocity triangle at inlet and 2 represents the exit velocity triangle. So in inlet velocity triangle, the alpha 1 is equals to 90 degree. That means, so here the inlet of the water taking place in a radial direction. For that, the V1 is equals to Vf1 or Vm1. So because of the radial inlet, the Vu1 is equals to 0 at inlet. In exit velocity triangle, so here the U2 is greater than Vu2. So these are the two velocity triangles for centrifugal pump at inlet as well as exit. So by referring these velocity triangles, now we have to derive the expression for the static pressure rise in a centrifugal pump. Energy transfer due to static pressure change is given by, so that is expression is energy transfer, that is static energy transfer is equals to U2 square minus U1 square by 2 minus Vr2 square minus Vr1 square by 2. So from inlet velocity triangle, Vr1 square is equals to U1 square plus Vm1 square. So according to Pythagoras theorem, so that from the inlet velocity triangle, Vr1 square is equals to U1 square plus Vm1 square. So from outlet velocity triangle, Vr2 square is equals to Vm2 square plus x square. But the cot beta 2 is equals to the ratio of x2 by Vm2. So that means the x2 is equals to Vm2 cot beta 2. So then Vr2 square is equals to Vm2 square plus Vm2 square cot square beta 2. So then energy transfer, the static energy transfer is equals to U2 square minus U1 square by 2 minus, so instead of Vr2 square and Vr1 square, so now we have to substitute these expressions. So we calculate, derived the expression for the Vr1 square as well as the Vr2 square. So according to that expressions, the Vr2 square is equals to Vm2 square plus into cot square beta 2 and Vm2 square minus U2 square U1 square minus Vm2 square. So by 2. So now after taking the common outside, so now energy transfer due to static pressure change is equals to half into Vm1 square plus U2 square minus Vm2 square into 1 plus cot square beta 2. So therefore static energy rise is given by the static energy rise is equals to half into Vm1 square plus U2 square minus Vm2 square cos square beta 2. The static pressure rise is given by the P2 minus P1 is equals to density into static energy rise, that is P2 minus P1 is equals to the static energy rise, that is given by half into Vm1 square plus U2 square minus Vm2 square cos square beta 2 and multiplied with the density rho. The static head rise is given by H is equals to P2 minus P1, the pressure at outlet minus pressure at inlet by rho g, that is equals to energy transfer or the static energy rise by G. So after substituting these expressions in that one, so now P2 minus P1 by rho G is equals to 1 by 2G Vm1 square plus U2 square minus Vm2 square cos square beta 2. Next expression for the minimum starting speed. So what is minimum starting speed of a centrifugal pump? Obtain an expression for the minimum starting speed of a centrifugal pump. The answer is, so when the pump is started, there will be no flow until the pressure rise in the impeller is more than or equal to the manometric head. In other words, the centrifugal head should be greater than the manometric head. Therefore, minimum starting speed is the speed of centrifugal pump at which centrifugal head is equals to manometric head. For minimum starting speed condition, the centrifugal head is equals to manometric head. So now here this expression is U2 square minus U1 square by 2G. So that is centrifugal head, that is called as centrifugal head is equals to manometric head is given by HM. So from the manometric efficiency expressions, so now this H of M, that is the manometric head is equals to manometric efficiency into U2, the tangential velocity at exit, into VU2 by G. So now G is get cancelled at both the sides. After that, so after simplification and rearranging this one, we will get pi d2. So because u2 is equals to pi d2 n by 60. In similar manner, u1 is equals to pi d1 n by 60. So after substituting that on next step is pi d2 n by 60. That is u2 square is there, for that reason it is a whole square. Minus the u1 is equals to pi d1 into n by 60, that is u1 square. For that reason it is pi d1 into n by 60 whole square. Then divided by 2. So that is equals to the manometric efficiency into, so once again instead of u2, let's substitute pi d2 n by 60. This is pi d2 n by 60 multiplied with vu2. So now taking this pi n by 60 whole square common outside, the remaining thing is pi d2 square minus d1 square by 2, the manometric efficiency, then pi n by 60 grouped together, then the remaining one is d2 vu2. So then after simplifying this one, there is a pi n d2 square. The d2 square is taken outside. For that reason, that is 1 minus d1 square by d2 square by 120. So that is equals to manometric efficiency into d2 VU2. Then pi n d2 into 1 minus d1 square by d2 square divided by 120 is equals to manometric efficiency into VU2. So because there is a d2, then left hand side there is a d2 square is there, and the right hand side there is a d2, and this d2 is get cancelled. So for that reason, at the left hand side there is only pi n d2, and the in the right hand side there is no d2 term because of that cancelled in previous steps. And for that reason, the speed, minimum starting speed is equals to pi n d2 into 1 minus d1 square by d2 square by 120 is equals to manometric efficiency into VU2. Then minimum starting speed in RPM is, the minimum starting speed is given by n of minimum is equals to 120 manometric efficiency into VU2, then pi d2 into 1 minus d1 square by d2 square. So here the minimum starting speed, this is the expression for the minimum starting speed in a centrifugal pump. That means in this session we discussed about the static pressure rise in a centrifugal pump, as well as a derivation or expression for the minimum starting speed in a centrifugal pump. Thank you.